What's annoying you this week, Matt?
Calendar date widgets on the web. I was
Yes.
literally ranting about that because somebody on the site I'm on was complaining that they had to enter their birthday and it made them click back like 256 times to get to the month of their birthday. There was no way to jump to a year. You just had to go month by month.
I have a
Go ahead.
similar one this week, funny enough. It's those verify you're human puzzles. I genuinely think maybe it's just me having some kind of disorder, but the ones when they say like select every tile where there's a bike, and there's always that one tile where it's got a little bit of a bike wheel on it, and you're like, am I pressing this or not? And I've got to the point where sometimes I leave it, sometimes I click it. I am always wrong. I don't think there's a right way. I think they're doing it now to me because they've seen my IP address. They're doing it because they know I'm going to fucking get annoyed by it. But those things are just, you brought up something by saying calendar widgets there. It's annoying the life
Yeah.
out of me.
Yeah. Those are annoying.
So we get into the audience ones because some people that have really had bad weeks. Like I actually regret sometimes starting a segment. Dak says, ticketing apps. I'm obsessively punctual. The thought of being on time even makes me feel physically sick. As you can tell, I'm a great laugh at parties. So getting tickets for any event is really easy for me. I'm typically in the line a good 15, 20 minutes beforehand. However, that's not my annoyance this week. Why in God's name is every single event or arena in an area with zero single? I'm sure the men that are dressed in bright colours, shouting, have your tickets ready, mean well. I'm sure they're great people and they're great fathers to their kids. But it's zero use in you shouting that in my face when me and 20,000 others are all trying to get on the same app, which clearly wasn't made for this area. Yeah, I feel the pain. Like if you're trying to go to sporting events or anything, it seems to be the closer you get, the lower those bars and your signal goes, and you're pressing, you're trying to screenshot or something.
Yeah. I used to be so paranoid on those and I would always screenshot the QR code way ahead of time. And then every time though the app worked and everything's fine, the one time I didn't do it, wind up like I can't get in the app. It's a playoff baseball game in San Diego. Me and my buddy are standing there. I have to end up like going away where I can get a signal and calling and being on tech support. We missed like the first 2 innings of the game, of course, because the one time I didn't take the screenshot of the damn. The same way at the airport with the
Yeah.
boarding passes. I always print up my boarding pass because I know that's not going to fail at the last minute when I get up there, unless I lose it. But that's on me at least, you know. You always get behind somebody whose phone is like, it's just open. It was just on here. Like,
The person that can't work their phone, they can't get into the app anymore.
yeah. And then the flight attendant grabs it out of their hand and is like, here.
Molana. Now, Molana's wrote this on a few times, and a lot of people wrote this on, so I'm kind of scared to say this in case I get a lawsuit, but ads on paid streaming services. I happily pay for my Netflix subscription. Have done for a long time. They have great limited series, and their expert documentaries are a joy. Thought this might have been the perfect platform. But the influx of ads has gotten so insane, I'm now convinced I might stop watching TV altogether. Now, I have no problem if you want to run ads on Netflix. I understand that. But at least have the decency to make the plan free, because I'm not paying $9.99 to have a one of three ad break right before the best part of my favourite TV show, genuinely getting closer and closer to moving into the woods with no technology. This is a proper one, because Netflix is still paid, but they're doing ads. This is insane now, in my opinion.
Yeah. Are you familiar with enshittification?
Someone did mention that on the show actually in the past.
Yeah. The site is that everything is getting slightly worse over time on the internet. And that's just another example of it for sure. It was always going to go that way. If there's money to be had on the table, they're going to go for it eventually.
Yeah. Those big sites though, it doesn't make sense. Like I know YouTube's really getting a lot of ads now too because they're pushing the YouTube premium, but
Yeah.
surely those people get enough sign-ups to cover whatever their expenses are. They can't be spending that much more.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a dinosaur. I still have cable TV and a DVR. And it's great. I fast forward through all the commercials and nobody cares about me because I'm not in the demographic that they're trying to advertise to. And if they did, they would have figured out a way to make DVRs that make me watch commercials. But because nobody cares, I just scoot under the radar and I'm very happy with my dinosaur DVR.
Where do you even get a DVR now?
Well, it comes with the cable company. It's a cable box that comes with the company and the DVR is built into it. And mostly I watch a lot of sports, so it's broadcast TV in the US anyway is a lot better for that. YouTube, you can do it now, but It's just easier. And I just like being able to have it record episodes of shows, and then they just show up and then I watch them, and I don't have to like go, okay, do I want to binge 10 episodes of this now? I just watch whatever appears on there.
There it
Very
is, Anna.
old school.
Get a DVR box. Milo says that quote unquote perfect parenting influencers. I've recently just had a kid, along with one of my friends also. So naturally, all of us are sitting on social media and our algorithms are feeding us baby videos. The amount of lies these influencers spread is genuinely crazy. Full sleeping schedules at 10 months, eating salads at 6 months, full valedictorian speeches at 2. It's all a load of shite. Your kid vomited all over your furniture and you can't remember what sleep feels like, just like every single one of us. I think I should have probably prepped that one before I watched the Ruby Frankie documentary. So I'm in a bad mindset to comment on this, so I'll let you run.
Yeah, I like this show called American Ninja Warrior because my dad's really into it and we sort of bond over it. We live apart, but long distance. They have there's this one family, they're the ninja kids, and they have, almost from birth, these kids have been groomed to be like influencers running around doing ninja things. And yeah, it's funny because I was just thinking like, they're really good. Like one of them just won the whole thing. He's like a cyborg, but yeah, I was like, man, these are annoying. They're all, they're perfectly groomed. Like there's not an eyebrow hair out of place. And it's like, you're 18 years old or 21 or whatever. You shouldn't look like that. Your whole family shouldn't look perfect like that.
I'm always wary about people like that, people that seem too perfect or have too strong a
Yeah.
routines. I feel like it's just a recipe for 10, 15 years time to go and blow up at school or something. Like
Yeah.
they're going to have to lose their mind at some point.
Yeah. There's some skeletons in the closet, probably.
It's like have you ever seen the theory on like royal children? There's a theory that people believe that if you're born like any kind of tree branch off of royalty, you've got like a 65% greater chance of just going completely insane at some point in your life because of all like the expectations.
The expectations, the inbreeding, the not having a purpose. You don't have to
Literally.
work your whole life if you don't want to. I actually feel sorry for people like that. Like if you gave me all the money in the world, I don't know what I would do differently than what I'm doing right now. I guess, okay, maybe I'd travel a little more, but